Hey everyone, STT here. Just a quick short video today. Just wanted to share some of the fun that we've been having in the new Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I've done about, I think, 5 drafts so far, um, and gotten some, maybe 6, but I've gotten plenty of cards now. I think some nice mythics and rares, and I've built up a good set of packs. And I just wanted to unpack them all now that I've got a good collection there. Just kind of have that fun like we did last time with the Wilds of Eldraine. But yeah, so before we do that, I just wanted to kind of show some of the cards that I've been pulling or been drafting recently. And for most of my drafts, I've actually gotten 4 or 5 rares out of them. So let's see, if I've done 5 drafts, I should have 20 to 25 of these cards. I think I have about 20. So yeah, I think 5 drafts with about 4 rares per draft, something around there. Anyway, I'm doing too much math here. Um, let's I don't know. Yeah, just these are some of these single color cards that I've drafted so far, and honestly, I haven't really used much of these cards in any of my drafts, unfortunately. I did end up using Resplendent Angel. And I'll show this in a moment. I had one draft that was it had some angels to it, but also was kind of an artifact, particularly with tapping. It was a Boros tapping deck with a little bit of angels in it. And we'll get over to why that is in a moment. But after these kind of single color cards, including reprints like Growing Rites of Iltimok, which again Resplendent Angel, also another reprint. I love the angels. We into somewhere I've actually pulled multiples of. I've got 2 Cosmium Confluence, 2 Whales of the Forgotten, and 2 Restless Reefs, which, you know me, I'm not a fan of Dimir, and here yet I've got a lot of Dimir cards. Actually, my very first draft, my very first pull was the Ancient one, and that was probably my best draft that I ended up doing of any of the 4 or 5 drafts that I've done, because as much as I dislike Dimir, it lets me win more often at drafts. Go figure. That draft also was the one where I pulled the Skullport Nexus, so I just had a little splash of green in that deck, and that was a good draft. My very second draft that I did, I pulled Gisheth's Son's Avatar, which again another reprint. This is also one I'm really excited for. And unfortunately, I couldn't get my kind of Dragon Ramp deck to work for that. In fact, none of my drafts have gone particularly well except for that very first one with the Ancient one. Oh, I almost forgot. Deep Fathom Echo. Also in that kind of Dimir deck with a splash of green. Otherwise, yeah, not a ton of stuff, but, I mentioned earlier I had my kind of Boros tapping deck with a little bit of angels. This is why I had the tapping as a theme in that deck. I drafted one of the Millennium Calendars, and it's, I never got to actually win with it, but it did cause a distraction in several games that let me build up the rest of my field otherwise, which was fun to get. Most recent draft was when I just got this threefold Thunderhulk. Didn't get to use it, unfortunately, but, fun stuff. So those are the rares and the mythic rares that I've drafted so far. Let's go in and open some packs. I can only open 10 at a time, unfortunately. So we'll open the first 10 and then the next 3 and just browse through all of this new stuff. Look at all of those firsts that are popping up. Look at all of those wild cards that I'm earning. Oh, lovely stuff. Oh, that Guardian of the Great Door. Shouldn't say first, because that was in that Boros tapping deck that I had. So that just caught my eye on the side there. So let's go through and see what rares and mythic rares we got. We've got 2 mythics and 8 rares. Oh, just a wild card. Great way to... What? I mean, I guess that's kind of nice. Now I can pick which mythics that I want, but what are the chances of that? What? Arena, please. Poetic Ingenuity. Oh, it's always fun seeing this couple. Whenever one of the dinosaurs you control attack, create that many treasure tokens. If you cast an artifact spell, create a red dinosaur token. Okay. Nice. You inspire me. That works very well. I like it. I like it. Tishana's Tidebender. You saw I had picked this one already. Works well in artifact decks, but I didn't get to use it too much. Ooh, we got one of the cats. This was actually, I think, my... Okay, yeah, this was my 4th Third? Fourth? I forget which one. It was this and the Boros tapping were number 3 and number 4. I think the cats was number 3 and Boros tapping was number 4. But I tried to make a cat deck as well, one of my drafts. Also didn't go super well. So what does this one do? It's Flash, which is awesome. Oh, it's the Lions, but with Flash, because there's a 3/1 there. Choose one. Put a +1 counter on it for each creature that left the battlefield under your control this turn. Okay. You gain 2 life, try 2, or exile target player's graveyard. Interesting. I'm not quite sure how I would best use that. Graveyard hate is always good in my opinion. I don't like how much black can cheat things out of the graveyard typically, so graveyard hate's good. And also, especially within Lost Caverns of Ixalan, you've got the what's it called? Not Delve, not this. Discovers the other fun new mechanic. Descend. There we are. The whole Descend mechanic. This is good to counter that, so I like it in that sense. What's this? Amelia Benavides Aguirre. I've heard people say this is a really good commander card. Whenever you gain life, it explores, then destroy all the creatures. Oh, well, yeah, you've got a board wipe there, but it's going to be dangerous well before you hit 20 power. Because even something with 10 power is insane. So as long as you have a consistent form of life gain, she's going to be wild. Again, I'm not a fan of black, but you know, I've made a couple of Orzhov decks in the past. It does do life gain well. Warden of the Inner Sky. Ooh, who are you? As long as Warden of the Sky has 3 more counters on it, it has Flying and Vigilance. Ooh, okay, you want this in a counter deck. And if you tap, oh, it's another tapper, and you can you +1 counter and scry. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, I like that. I may try to actually redo that Boros tapping deck with the Millennium Calendar, because that's going to be insane. Starving Revenant, Spirit Horror. This is the Descend mechanic. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 2, you put on top of your library, you draw a card and lose 3 life. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's basically card draw, or if you are not doing the card draw, you are necessarily putting things in the graveyard, so you're helping the Descend part. Nice. Fabrication Foundry. Interesting. So it's only cast an artifact spell. Okay, Mana Rock, somewhat. And someone more artifacts with mana X return. Okay, interesting. This card is temporarily prohibited, not legal. Oh, I think I saw this. There are some bugs going around with this card in the programming of Arena. Oh, that's funny. But this is something I will say. Lost Caverns of Ixalan, these little guys are all called gnomes. Why they're called gnomes, I have absolutely no idea. They're constructs or they're golems or something to that effect. Whose bright idea was it to make them gnomes? I don't know. And lastly, we've got Preacher of the Schism. Death Touch, test player with the most life or tied for the most life, create something. Okay, so it lets you recover, especially since Arena is only 1-on-1. Lets you kind of catch up by creating lifelink vampires. If you have the most life, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Okay, so it's interesting. All right, well that's fun stuff. Let's see what else we've got. As I said, I've already got Guardians of the Great Dwar. I haven't seen Mischievous Pup before. What is this? Enter the battlefield, return to one of the target apartment you control to its owner's hand. Okay. Bitter Triumph. Discard to play 3 life. This is... see, this is why I don't like black. This is a kill anything for 2 just by discarding or paying 3 life. That's insane. There's far too many kill spells in black. Gargantuan Leech. I think I did draft one of these. Lifelink is nice. Contested Game Ball. I also used this. This was also in that Boros tap deck that I drafted. Hard to use well, especially if you don't have creatures on your field to protect yourself or actually do damage to get it back. Bloodthorn Flail. Okay. 2 of these Enterprising Scalawags. If you descended, create a treasure token. Nice. Eaten by Piranhas. I drafted several of these, so I don't know why it's saying first. Great mistake. A skeleton horror. What is this? Descend. The finality counter. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's a formalized way of some other mechanics that we've seen previously. It's a 6/4 for 5 with Vigilance and Menace and the potential for returning it once. If it was infinite return, I could see this being good, but like, I can understand why it's only an uncommon and not a rare. It could be better. Merfolk Scouts. Water can guide you anywhere if you know how to ask. Explores. A land card. Oh, that's interesting. It's building off of the Explore mechanic. Non-land card. Okay. Oh, so it's basically... Okay, I got it. That's nice. That's nice. Who's... Caparocti Sunborn. Whenever it attacks, you may tap 2 on if you do discover 3. Again, Boros tap... okay, I gotta make this deck now. Chart a Course, reprint, Explorer's Cache. I think I had this in my cat deck. It's okay. Never appreciate... Because you're just moving counters. You're not... Well, okay. You're moving counters with its ability, but you're creating counters when another creature dies. So this could work in a counters deck, but it's not, again, not as efficient. Puzzle Door, nice. Child of Volcano. Okay, more Descend stuff. I drafted I can't speak. Drafted a couple of these Volatile Wander Glyphs. Abrade's a reprint. A couple of these River Herald Scouts. Lots of nice exploring. Adaptive Gem Jar, great for that Boros tapping. I drafted some of those. Yeah. I actually had like 4 of these Poison Dart Frogs in the Dinosaur deck, because these were my kind of mana dorks, but it just didn't work out. And I think we're getting into the commons now. Yeah, we are. Alright, let's go and just scroll through so y'all can see what I've picked here. Oh, I'm getting close to getting enough gems for the Mastery Pass. That's always nice. Let's get the last 3 here. Is it going to give me any more Mythic Wild cards? No Mythics at all. Okay. Hulking Raptor. Ooh! Nice kind of... Mana dork, but definitely not a dork, because that's a big boy there. First in Dreadnought and a half, once a few vampires will barely slow him down. Nice. Get those vampires. Restless Prairie. Okay. Getting the... that's right, because this set has the Restless lands, but in ally colors as opposed to the enemy colors. So that's nice to have. Get lost! Destroy... Oh, wow. Okay, so this is... White's 2 for... Kill for 2. But instead of you getting a benefit out of it, the opponent gets map tokens. Okay. Colossadactyl, Reach and Trample. Accustomed to hunting nimble flying prey. Was delighted to have its meal delivered neatly in a box. Dinosaurs. Pathfinding Axe Jaw, something that explores. I think I actually did draft one of these. So I'm not sure why it's saying first. It's just weird like that. Chart a Course, reprint, Abrade reprint, Glimpse the Core. Interesting card. I haven't found good use of it. Any other fun uncommons here? Again, a lot that they say is first, but both of these funguses I drafted before. Cavern Stomper and Seismic Monster Star were also drafted before. Inverted Iceberg was. Ray of Ruin was. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Now, let's see here. How far am I in collecting now? I actually didn't get many more gems that time, unfortunately. So I am now up to 62% collected for LCI. Mostly with white and artifacts. Okay. Well, we're there. Maybe you'll see a video coming up soon with that Millennium Calendar Boros tapping deck that I was talking about, because I would love to get a win with Millennium Calendar. That just looks fun. And again, if people are worried about the Millennium Calendar, you can do other stuff on the battlefield and get them that way as well. Because in a couple of those games that I played, people were worried about the Millennium Calendar while I was able to put my angels out and just swing in the air at them. So that was fun. Hope you enjoyed this quick look at some unpacking of many Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards, and I'll see you all later. Bye.